Tonight at 5, overnight rain leaving behind massive debris, knocking down trees and power lines and leaving some residents out there in the dark. And get ready, another round of storms could push through our area tomorrow.
Yeah, we have team coverage for you tonight on this storm damage across our area. Meteorologist Melissa Nord is tracking the possibility of some more strong storms moving in tomorrow. Plus, Erica Murphy live in southeast Atlanta near Grant Park. But first, we want to head out to our very own Ron Jones, who is live in Ellijay. Ron, we've been seeing damage out there from these powerful storms last night.
Yeah, that's right. And so this is kind of like the calm, hopefully not before the next storm, but right here on Ellington Road. This is up here in Ellijay. I would say that Georgia Power is actually making some progress compared to when we first got here about an hour ago. A lot of those power poles are now upright. They're putting them back into the ground and trying to get the lines back up, because we've been told that at least hundreds of people are still without power. Now that's here on Ellington Road. However, there's about 20 or 30 other roadways throughout here in Ellijay that are still down either by power lines or waterways as well. So if you're up here, make sure that you're very careful as you're traveling up and down the highways and byways here in Ellijay. Now, Melissa, before at the top of the broadcast here, you talked about the possibility that some of these rivers or streams are receding because they were at flood level or above flood level. How's it looking right now?
Well, every single river is a little bit different, Ron. The little creeks and streams, those are receding. The bigger rivers that have a lodge of smaller tributaries going through them, they take a little bit longer to go down. But everything's going to be on its way down. They pretty much are at the crest or have already crested for much of what I'm seeing right now in far north Georgia, but something that those emergency managers are watching very closely. They've got to pay attention to that, especially for bridges and overpasses. You can see a lot of storm damage up in far north Georgia, but also in southern Georgia. So the National Weather Service will have crews heading north to Ellijay tomorrow and crews heading south for possible touchdowns, including in Vidalia, where there's a lot of damage there as well. So we're looking at storm reports from this morning's round of storms. Those storms themselves are exiting Georgia this evening, and then we focus on that next wave of showers and storms. Those are right now beginning between Louisiana and Texas, and this whole storm complex is going to push into parts of Georgia as we head into tomorrow. But what you need to know is the next couple of hours for us are dry. The storms tomorrow morning, though, the severe threats with them likely going to stay mainly south of our area altogether. It's going to be between Macon and Valdosta that I'm more concerned about damaging winds. But for us, it's some isolated showers overnight. And then first thing tomorrow morning around the commute, that's when that next wave of thunderstorm activity is pushing through. A lot of that is going to target areas south of I-20 for shower and storm activity. So yes, another round of storms is moving back in, but I don't feel that we'll see as many strong winds as what we just saw first thing this morning. Coming up, though, behind the rain and storms, there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. We'll talk about your weekend forecast in just a bit.
Okay, Melissa, thanks a lot for the update there. And something we have to keep in mind, too, and that is what Melissa said. A lot of the storms going to be down south. These folks up here, they need a break. However, down in Atlanta, they really got hammered as well, especially southwest Atlanta near Grant Park, where you have a lot of mature trees there, decades old. And that's where we find Erica Murphy. She's live down there. So what type of damage are folks down in Atlanta seeing, Erica?
Ron, some very, very scary moments for people living in this area of Grant Park, where crews have been out since early this morning trying to clear up and restore power lines and chop up some big trees like the one that you see behind me. We're actually standing in the entrance, or one of the entrances to Grant Park, and so they have been working to clean all this debris up. Residents in the area say that the damage that you see here happened in a matter of minutes around 8 a.m. They also report hearing a very loud howling sound as the system made its way through the area. One woman we spoke with earlier says it was scary to witness, and she's glad no one was hurt.
I feel kind of relieved that, nobody get hurt. There was no cars passing at the time. The road is blocked on both sides. So if there was a situation, it would have been harder for somebody to get help, the help that they needed. So thank God it happened the way it is and no lives lost.
So heavy rain, strong winds ripped through this area. Of course, there's a lot of damage to clean up, but the good news here is that no one was hurt. Reporting from Atlanta's Grant Park neighborhood, Erica Murphy, 11 Alive News.